President-elect Trump has brushed off allegations that the Russians were trying to boost his candidacy. Elaine, he recently tweeted that unless you catch hackers in the act, it's hard to determine who's doing it. And he wondered why this wasn't brought up before the election.
Well, Jeff, let me ask you this. Russian President Vladimir Putin has denied Russian involvement in these hacks, but you've been talking to your sources. What is it that you've learned?
Well, our intelligence sources tell us that this type of operation could not have happened without Vladimir Putin's blessing. The initial assessment given by the intelligence community was that senior levels of the Kremlin had to sign off on something like this.
Wow, that is stunning information. Jeff, even though there is some question over the purpose of this hack, intelligence agencies do appear certain about Russia's involvement. So you mentioned what it was that President-elect Trump said about having to catch these hackers in the act. What do you make of that statement?
Well, he's got a point there. The FBI is building a case where we've been told by law enforcement sources that the FBI is still investigating this. Think about it this way. If you're trying to bring a case that you can present in a court of law, you need more evidence. And so that is the type of timeline that the FBI is working on now as they gather information. Now, as for the intelligence community, it works on a different scale. It's looking for information that can raise their level of confidence, and in this case, the intelligence community, most of it at least, seems to have concluded that this was the type of cyber activity, the type of hack that was intended to help Donald Trump.
Jeff, you said in your piece an FBI agent called the DNC about this, and I wonder if that's standard protocol. Is there anything else the agency could have done, the FBI could have done?
Well, you know what? That's something that we'll have to look into, frankly. What is the protocol in this case? Certainly, if you see suspicious activity, the likes of which we're told that this FBI agent spotted happening to the DNC, you would think that there would be some urgency there, given that we're in the middle of an election and the DNC is obviously heavily involved in that election. So you would think that something like that would have raised alarms and every effort would have been made to go and notify the DNC and to take some sort of action. But that's the kind of thing that we're just going to have to ask questions about. Questions of the FBI, more questions of the DNC.
And Jeff, what about the Republican National Committee? Was the RNC hacked? And if so, do we know to what extent?
Well, what we've been told, and this is something that we've already reported, that there were some elements of the Republican apparatus where files were hacked. The RNC denies that it was hacked. But again, there is still a lot of investigating to do in this case. As you know, Elaine, the president has requested a review to be completed by the time he leaves office in about, 37 days?
All right. Jeff Pegues in Washington for us. Jeff, thanks so much.